Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. I want to talk a little bit about Airris and him meeting with Jasmine's mom from this past episode of Married at First Sight. As you know that I've been kind of an Airris fan, or like Airris, not necessarily dogging him as most fans have. I wanted to say what Airris did this episode, whether it was him or production, meeting with Jasmine's mom, to me was a step in the right direction. We'll get to that in a little bit, get to that in a minute, but I want to give you a backdrop for how they led up to him meeting with Jasmine's mom. Airris and Jasmine met with Dr. Pepper, and they both aired out some of the issues that they were having in their relationship. Airris shared that he has lost a lot of people in his life, and that's why he's pulling back from Jasmine, and that's why he's not really there or in tune into the marriage, because he doesn't want to lose her as he lost other people in his life. Some of you may say that's a bunch of BS. Some of you say he's just playing up for the cameras. I don't know. Jasmine says she never heard that side of the stories that deeply from Airris, as he explained it with Dr. Pepper. And Airris is trying to feel like he's want to open up with Jasmine. Jasmine says, she wants to be what she tell her young ladies that she trained to be, more confident and more independent and communicate more. She talked about how she never saw her parents argue and how they never saw them fight, so she really don't like that. Don't know how to deal with those issues or those situations when they come up, because she never seen anything like that. Her parents sheltered her from a lot of things, so she feels a little bit sheltered, and she feels as if that she didn't get all the tools she needed to have a successful relationship with Airris. So she's kind of blaming herself a little bit, but Airris took some responsibility in that as well by sharing that he does not open up. So they gave them the fishbowl activity, right? You know the fishbowl, where they pull out a question, and this is where the tides turn, right? Because Airris is asking Jasmine's questions, and at this point, Jasmine is done with Airris. You can read it in the body language. She doesn't want to be there. Probably production got on her nerves. Her and Airris probably had an argument earlier in the day, but I think it's just a culmination of everything. The conversation with Dr. Pepper, the conversation she's been having with her mom, the conversation she's been having with friends. Airris now wants to be involved and participate, and the questions are coming off. She's like, no, we already talked about that. No, we already did that. And she's just at the point where she's blown up. She has a point where she has an attitude. I'm gonna take my hat off to Airris, because he didn't say much. He didn't escalate the situation. He's just kind of calm and cool, not aggressive in his approach. Again, he mentioned early in the season that he's not confrontational as well, nor does he communicate well with others. So communicate well. So he didn't communicate, and now they're just at each other, right? They're not arguing with each other, but she's just turned off. He's turned off. He's trying now, as he gives her she asks him a question, he gives this long answer, drawn out answers, and now he ask her questions, she give out one word answers. With anybody, that irritates you, right? And we try to communicate, and I'm giving you long answers, I'm getting in depth, trying to get deep to know you, and you give me one word answers. He needs to read the room. She's upset, she's mad. Address the issue. That's one thing I did not like. They didn't address the issue when they was presented, and he was not in that situation. But Airris does a favor. Airris calls Jasmine's mom to come in and see, hey, what can I do? What can I do to be a little bit different? Or what can I do to get her open up? What can I do to get her to share? And he explains, I'm sharing information and doing all the things I'm trying to do, but she is just totally shut down on me. What can I do to help her? Well, mom just say, look, you got to continue to be honest, and you got to continue to give her space, continue to give her time, make things open up to her some more, give her some physical intimacy. Mom, they talked about them. Hey, I'm not telling you to consummate your marriage or have sex, but you do need to have some intimacy that goes on with your relationship. We found out on the after party that she's like, Jasmine said at this time they're not even kissing each other, right? They're not even doing none of that. But for some reason, somehow, some way, Jasmine's mom still likes Airris. She's rooting for them, right? She's rooting for them to stay married. She's rooting for them to be together. She think they'll be a good couple. She think they are compatible. She sees some things in Airris that I mentioned earlier, like some of you guys didn't like. He has been truthful, right? He has been honest. He has been consistent. He has been telling her the whole time, hey, this is what's going on with me. He could have been lying. Mom likes the fact that he has been consistent, he has been honorable, and she hopes that they can work it out, they can get together, that they can make this relationship better than what it is. I think there is some hope for them, but she has to get back into the game. He has to get back in the game. He has to go the extra mile now, right? Because we talked about last week, Airris mentioned that he has shut off. He has stopped trying. He has to get back into the game. He has to be able to do all the extra stuff that she wants for him to build her trust back up. Because she's lost trust in him. Right, she lost trust, she lost faith. Maybe at least she's been talking to her mom, because her mom knows all the backdrop and all the story. Her and her parents, they've been married for years, so they can give her some advice to how to handle the situation with Airris. Airris needs to get some advice as well. I like the advice Dr. Pepper gave him to just continue to communicate, continue to be honest with each other, to do things that kind of spark the intimacy, whether it's going out together, hanging out together. It can be saved. I don't know if it's going to be saved. But it can be saved. But all I do know is that Jasmine's mom likes him. So I guess that's halfway the battle, right? When you get the parent to like you, I think that's a good thing. And so now she can continue to build that relationship up with Airris and say, look, this is what's going on with my daughter. This is how you handle it. This is how you take care of it. Now the question is, will Airris take her advice? Will Airris do the things that he need to do to salvage this marriage for the next 3 weeks? Only time will tell. You guys let me know in the comment section below. Do you think Airris will go the extra mile for the next 3 weeks to try to build a better relationship with Jasmine? Do you think him and Jasmine's mom having a decent relationship will help Airris and Jasmine's relationship? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Let me know your thoughts. Talk to you later. Peace.